Well, it is no secret that Robert De Niro hates President Trump.
Today, the world is suffering from the real Donald Trump. This idiot is the president. The guy is a fool. Come on.
This guy has sullied the presidency. He's debased the presidency. It's just beyond surreal.
He has no idea of what his purpose in life is, as the president should be. I always say he's a lowlife.
Yeah.
He's a lowlife.
But now the Raging Bull actor is taking things to a whole new level. Check out what many are calling his most unhinged anti-Trump rant yet.
I'd like to see a bag of right in his face, hit him right in the face like that, and let the picture go all over the world. And that would be the most humiliating thing, because he needs to be humiliated. He needs to be confronted and humiliated by whoever his opponent is, his political opponent.
Wow. Okay, so basically we needed to bleep out most of all of that. He's sounding a little bit to me more like Joe Pesci than Robert De Niro. And, you know, here's somebody who, you know, from day one has not been a fan of President Trump. But, you know, look, my question to you, Tom Shalhoub, is when are we going to give up on caring about what celebrities think about politics? I mean, who cares? I mean, look, you know, he has his right to his opinion and everything else. But, I mean, why are we even talking about this?
Well, people love this stuff. They love the most strident anti-Trump voices. But you notice the people like De Niro, he has a great deal of intelligence as an actor. When you watch him work, he's super gifted and he has intelligence in that area. But when he talks about politics, it's not smart at all. So he obviously's got a block there. He's also very angry. And why has the president debased the presidency when De Niro is saying worse things than Donald Trump ever said? With this, I'd like to smear a bag of you-know-what in his face. Why? Like, why does he think that is going to make his point? I don't really understand. So I would like to sit with him and say, look, if he has debased the presidency, the country, everything so much, what is it? Give me the line.
Tom,
give me the thing that Trump said.
Is this an invitation for Robert De Niro to come on your quiz show?
I would love it. I would love it. But yeah, it is. And I want to contrast someone like De Niro with someone like Jon Voight. When he speaks about politics, he articulates policy. He talks about actual things, not just I want to shove a bag of you-know-what in his face.
I loved him as Zoolander's father. I just want to point that out. So Emily, you know, you bring up this. Tom brought up this point about Jon Voight, but you know, if someone said this about Hillary Clinton, about Barack Obama, about any Democratic, about Nancy Pelosi, you know, if it was an actor, more conservative leaning, saying they want to throw certain things in one of these Democratic electeds' face, do you think that we would just be brushing it off, or would we be talking about it?
Well, I think that no matter what, there is a bias in mainstream media that would be hypocritical in its coverage of who says what about what side of the party or what party. For me, when I hear this, I just take it as comedy. Like, you guys heard me laughing. Like, I think it's funny to hear it that way. I listen to anyone who is thoughtful, regardless of what they are saying or what their views are. If they're thoughtful and articulate, then I listen, and then I form my own opinion. I think what disturbs me more coming out of Hollywood, though, is that the celebration of being arrested, and I think that kind of the flagrance of it's my turn. Like, I think that's a disgusting, shameful trivialization of what is a crippling aspect of our society. And if they had any type of gravitas, if they had any kind of self-respect, then they would take that energy and that exposure and put it towards actual criminal justice reform, rather than shoving in our face the fact that their wealthy attorney can get them out of jail immediately.
And I know, Dana, you've talked about that before. I've seen you post on Twitter about, you know, the concerns about, you know, somebody like Jane Fonda just going out there and getting arrested time and time again. And then what kind of message does that send to younger people?
When a celebrity talks about politics, it's like when I try to talk about sports. Everybody cringes and no one takes it seriously. And when it comes to Robert De Niro, so my husband and stepson last night, they started watching that movie on Netflix, The Irishman. Oh, yeah. And I was like, kind of turned... I have to separate my politics from the entertainment that I like to watch. But I have to say, like, for this one in particular, I was like, yeah, I'm just, like, not that into it. And I left.
Interesting. Jesse, what's your take on this? Are you signing up for what Robert De Niro is selling, or what?
No, obviously.
I'm shocked.
I actually was talking to your husband about this, and we agreed he's a great actor, but he plays the same character in every single role. And now he's playing the same character every time he does an interview.
Yeah.
He's just a Trump hater. And I think this is just publicity for the Irishman. His team knows it. His entourage thinks it's good, because usually he's a boring interview. And now he gets real animated when he talks about how much he hates Trump, so they're going with it. Also, I don't think people care about what these celebrities say about politics anymore, is because 20 years ago, they were the only ones that could get on their soapbox and have a platform. Now, everyone has Twitter, everyone has social media, there's thousands of different cable channels. Everyone can say whatever they want, so what he says doesn't have a big of his impact.
Well, and we haven't heard, I don't think we've heard President Trump tweet about this yet, but who knows, anything's possible.